Let's make some deviled eggs with chopped capers and crispy onions. Yeah, I've done several deviled egg videos. In fact, one of my most popular videos is my mom's deviled eggs. And this is using her basic recipe, but we're adding a couple things. Guess what those are? Chopped capers and crispy onions. We're also going to be dusting the rim of the egg half with some smoked paprika. The first thing we have to do is we have to get our ingredients chopped up, and we're starting with crispy onions. You've probably seen these in the store. This is all they are, just a container of crispy fried onions. If you want to make them yourself, go ahead, but this is the easy way. Just want to chop these down enough because these are going to kind of dust the top of our deviled eggs. I want these almost like big crumbs. Just like that, broken down slightly. And that was a couple tablespoons of crispy onions that we started with. Now, some capers. We're starting with a tablespoon of capers. We just don't want them to roll everywhere. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to chop these up. Just like that. Let's go ahead and get our eggs out here. So we're going to be doing 6 eggs today. You see that I have 7 here. I always like to have an extra. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole boiling process because these are already done, but what I did was I put the raw eggs in a pan with cold water, brought it up to a boil. As soon as it came to a boil, put the lid on, turned the heat off, and let it sit for 12 minutes. Then, immediately after that, these went into an ice bath. That chilled them down for 30 minutes, then I peeled them, and here we are. So I'm just going to take my eggs here and split them in half. And what I've got here is my dish that has my mayonnaise, which is a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and a teaspoon of yellow mustard already in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting the egg yolks in here. So here are the base ingredients. We've got the yolks of 6 eggs, a 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. And before we add our capers, I want to get this mixed up and mashed together. Now, if there's anything you like to add to your deviled eggs, go ahead and add that. Some people add, some Worcestershire sauce, I hear. Things like that, dill pickle relish, whatever you like. It's funny, often I use a bowl that's too small. I think I might have used a bowl that's too big this time, but we'll make it work. Now we're going to add our chopped capers. Get these mixed in. For ease of filling, we're just using a Ziploc bag. You want to get it all the way down into the corner, kind of like a pastry bag, because we're going to be snipping off that corner so we can fill our eggs. You don't want to do this. If you just want to use a spoon, go ahead, but to me, this is just a little bit easier, a little bit less messy. All right, let's get our egg halves ready. So I have a small little plate here with some smoked paprika in it, and what we're going to do is take half an egg, dip it in there, lift it out. So we're doing kind of like what you would do on the edge of a margarita glass with salt. And just shake it in between so you get a good base of that paprika. Doesn't have to be perfect. A little bit of color on there and some great flavor. So our egg halves dusted with the smoked paprika are in my deviled egg holder here. And I've got my bag of filling, and I'm just going to snip off the corner right about here. And we fill. And now we're going to top them with our crispy onions. And just for a splash of green on top, we're going to add a caper or 2 to each one. These look good enough to eat, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's get this one right here. Cheers. One of the things I love about deviled eggs is you can customize them to any way you want. People add crab, they add a lot of things to them. This right here is definitely going on my menu in the future.